Out in the Australian outback, two giants share the same lonely landscape. On the roads, the road train, up to 100 tons of truck and trailers. On the rails, passenger trains carrying hundreds of people across the interior. Where the road crosses the tracks, those two worlds can collide with terrifying force. These are the crashes that turned a routine crossing into a scene of chaos and near catastrophe. Today, Australia's worst road train disasters and the deadly danger hiding at outback crossings. First on our list, a 100-ton road train meets a passenger train carrying hundreds of travellers. At these remote crossings, passive signage is the only warning. No boom gates or flashing lights protect the tracks. Only driver judgment stands between a multi-trailer transport rig and a high-speed passenger service. The margin for error is non-existent. When these massive forces intersect, the physics of momentum take over, turning an ordinary outback crossing into a scene of sudden chaos. Here, the true terror lies in how close Australia came to a mass casualty catastrophe on its lonely interior rail lines. Second on our list is the brutal physics of momentum. To understand these disasters, you must understand the machine. A fully loaded road train can easily weigh over 100 tons. Stopping that much mass requires an immense distance, far beyond what a standard truck needs. On a dry outback highway, a triple trailer rig travelling at 100 kilometers per hour takes more than 300 meters to halt from the moment the driver reacts. If the road is wet, that distance balloons to over 370 meters. When a driver locks the brakes in a panic, static friction is lost, and the massive multi-trailer assembly slides helplessly forward. At these speeds, a timing error of just a few seconds at a passive crossing eliminates any chance of pulling up in time. Once those 100 tons are in motion, whatever lies on the tracks ahead is in mortal danger. Third on our list, passive level crossings represent the critical infrastructure weakness of the outback rail network. Nationwide, approximately 80% of Australia's 23,000 level crossings are classified as passive. This means there are no active physical barriers, no boom gates, flashing lights, or warning bells. Often, only a solitary stop sign stands between a multi-trailer transport rig and an oncoming train. These systems cannot physically stop a vehicle. Instead, safety relies entirely on the driver spotting the sign, halting a 100-ton load, and judging the gap perfectly. On remote, sun-glared roads where dust storms and faded markings degrade visibility, this setup leaves a terrifyingly thin margin for error. It is this exact lack of protection that turns a routine crossing into a zone of imminent disaster. Fourth on our list, a catastrophic collision on December 12, 2006 represents the most severe physical rail destruction in the Territory's history. At the Fountainhead Road level crossing near Banban Springs, a double-trailer road train drove directly into the path of the Ghan passenger train. Travelling at 101 kilometers per hour, the massive passenger service carried immense momentum, leaving the train crew with absolutely no time to halt. The force of the impact was immense, derailing both leading locomotives, a vehicle wagon, and 9 passenger carriages, leaving them scattered off the rails. Inside the passenger cars, travellers were violently thrown about as the heavy steel carriages ploughed into the outback dirt. It is almost miraculous that no one was killed in the wreckage. Still, the crash left a female passenger critically injured with severe head trauma, requiring an emergency airlift to Royal Darwin Hospital, while the road train driver also required hospitalisation. Following the incident, police arrested the truck driver at the scene. He was charged with failing to stop at a level crossing and was subsequently found guilty in the Northern Territory Supreme Court. This disaster exposed the extreme vulnerability of passive outback crossings, where safety relies entirely on a driver's visual compliance. In this environment, a single driver failing to heed a stop sign can instantly derail a massive passenger train, bringing hundreds of lives to the very brink of tragedy. Fifth on our list, a collision near the Elizabeth River Bridge on October 20th, 2006 reveals a terrifying pattern of recurring danger. Just weeks before the Ghan derailed at Fountainhead Road, another double-trailer road train ignored a passive stop sign and drove directly into the path of an oncoming train. This time, it was a northbound freight service travelling the same Adelaide to Darwin rail corridor. The impact was sudden and violent, leaving the locomotive crew with zero time to react. While the truck driver escaped unharmed, the train crew suffered injuries as the multi-thousand-ton freight train shuddered and ground to a halt. This earlier crash stands as a stark warning. Occurring in the same state and on the exact same rail line, it made it clear that the outback sign-only crossings were a recurring, deadly trap. Sixth on our list, a modern collision proves that nearly 2 decades after the disasters of 2006, the threat of the passive level crossing remains active. On September 15th, 2024, an A-triple road train towing 3 heavy trailers loaded with cattle approached the Garden Road crossing, north of Alice Springs. Despite advance warning signs and a stop sign, the massive 100-ton rig failed to halt. It slammed directly into the second locomotive of the Ghan, which was travelling at 95 kilometres per hour with 260 people on board. The sheer momentum of the impact destroyed the truck and severely damaged the locomotive, though the passenger train did not derail and no one on board was hurt. The road train driver, however, suffered critical head injuries and multiple fractures, requiring an emergency evacuation by the Royal Flying Doctor Service. Investigators later discovered the truck operated with severe tyre defects, and the driver was not wearing a seatbelt, confirming that safety on these remote lines remains precarious. Seventh on our list, investigators point to a recurring, deadly combination after every single outback collision. When heavy multi-trailer transport rigs meet remote rail lines, the margin for safety disappears entirely. Enormous road trains weighing over 100 tons require vast distances to stop, often more than 300 metres. Yet, 80% of Australia's level crossings remain passive, marked only by simple stop signs rather than flashing lights or active boom barriers. Compounding this infrastructure deficit is the extreme isolation of outback driving. Hours of travelling along monotonous, straight roads naturally dull driver concentration over hundreds of kilometres, making a sudden railway track easy to miss. Upgrading all 23,000 crossings nationwide with automated gates would cost billions of dollars, an astronomical sum for remote, low-traffic routes. As a result, the responsibility for preventing disaster falls almost entirely on truck drivers to obey a simple sign every single time. Eighth on our list, the thin line at every crossing represents the unresolved national risk still spread across the outback. Australia has been extraordinarily lucky. These collisions did not kill far more people. A 100-ton road train striking a loaded passenger train could have easily become a massive national tragedy. Every crash was a stark warning written in twisted metal and derailed carriages. While safety authorities upgraded signs and markings at the worst locations after each incident, thousands of passive crossings still remain across the outback. The fundamental danger is never truly resolved. In these remote areas, the division between safety and a catastrophic wreck comes down to one driver, one stop sign, and the thinnest of margins between routine and disaster. Across these entries, one chilling truth emerges. Outback geography cannot outrun physics. A 100-ton road train simply cannot stop quickly, rendering passive warnings virtually useless. These near disasters are not history, they are active warnings. Today, safety at thousands of remote crossings still hinges on a single, split-second decision.